And if you keep saying it loud enough, you think that your chat's going to believe it. It's not S's, it's 2 fucking 5s. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with the 2 numbers, man? Is that offensive all of a sudden?
Listen, you push all of these ideas of hate, racism, and sexism.
I do.
And then when it comes
show one instance of me hating a race.
You're not able to own any
you
of it,
wouldn't be able to prove that I hated on a race given 10 years.
Principled in your own ideas. You talk
I am principled in my ideas.
You talk about
I think people like yourself are just pushers. You're trying to make money off of people.
This whole time.
And that's all. I know. That's fine.
Nobody can hear
That's fine. Oh, you don't think so, but they can. I've been muted the whole time. What a pussy move.
Dude, you're not even letting me talk because you're scared.
No, okay, fine. Go ahead and spew all your shit, and then I'll hit each one of your points. How about that?
No.
You go ahead and spew whatever you want.
You're not even worth my time.
Oh, that's fine, bud, because you can't come up with a reason why 55 is somehow racist.
It's not 55. It was SS. We both
know
what SS symbolized.
It's not SS, dude. Look up the font. Snap ITC.
Go back and watch the video. Dude.
Look up the font.
About black fatigue in there. It's sad that you can't even own your own principles.
I don't say black fatigue. So just in case you didn't catch it, you weren't there, you don't know what's going on. Dark Brandon is another YouTube channel, and he talks about leftist talking points. He's very anti-Trump. He thinks that everybody who is a MAGA supporter, which in his opinion, if you support anything Trump does, or you're Republican in the slightest, or conservative, you, my friend, are a racist, bigoted, homophobic, Nazi, fascist, white supremacist, and you're probably also a sexist. Those are his talking points. That's all he ever talks about on his channel. And he thinks he can come over to our side of the internet and start shit. Well, let's see how far that goes, shall we? Without further ado, here's the conversation from Dark Brandon's channel that me and him had while he decided to mute me multiple times and changed the subject every time I told him to actually prove his claim, and yet still found a way to call me the liar and the one that wouldn't stand by his own principles.
This is Star's boyfriend, is I think how my audience would know you. But appreciate you calling in. So, I think there's just so much we could talk about. I think I have a lot of questions for you, but if you have questions for me, I'm not afraid for you to start. What would you prefer? So again, this is
go right ahead.
This is the guy who I made the video about this morning. So the clown who had the sex bot. So I guess I want to start off easy. Are you a juggalo?
Yeah. I also live on a spaceship.
How many gatherings have you been to?
None.
Okay. So, I mean, isn't being a juggalo kind of a rite of passage?
Not really.
Going to the gathering?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, I suppose maybe wearing face paint might be.
And so
I don't do that often either.
Did your character take inspiration from Insane Clown Posse?
No.
Okay. All right. You're okay. I think that's even weirder, right? Because you kind of into clowns. Like, okay, all right. So I guess, I would want to dig a little bit deeper and go even further. You made a lot of different, racist comments in line with a white supremacist, right? You're talking about black fatigue. Black fatigue. Your moderators are, using numeral 8, talking about capital H, capital H.
Okay, you're making shit up now.
No, I have receipts, bro. I have the
They weren't putting numeral 8. We're putting the letter O and a 7. That means salute.
No. Listen, buddy. I mean, again,
you want to direct.
I have receipts, bro. That look at the time.
I know you want to direct the narrative, and you think that you have some kind of power, but I know that you use voice mod for all your characters, and you're the only person providing a voice. As well as you didn't draw any of your characters. Your backgrounds are just stock images that you had an AI create. So what's the problem? Like, why did you come to my channel with a problem? And then now that it faces you at your front door,
I think
how are you calling other people white supremacist?
again, the place we'd look towards is right at the end of the live stream. I could actually pull it up right now.
Anybody can watch my live streams. The channel's name is TrippyCast.
Excuse me. I need you to let me talk.
You.
I need you to let me talk.
Yeah, you're the one that wanted to start something, and then now you're going to act like this.
No, you're not going to. If you're not going to let me talk, there's no point in us trying to have a conversation. So, again,
go right ahead.
It's easy for me to make my case. You talk about black fatigue in your videos. Your moderators themselves reference the numeral 8. The way they did is when they banned me. They banned me for 28 hours and then 88 seconds.
They muted you.
And the moderators...
They muted you.
They banned me. They banned me for 28
hours.
They
muted you because you came in there with
Either way, that was their little dog whistle. And then the moderators went to chat and said HH. Right? I mean, it's very easy for me to go back.
There is no numeral 8, dude. I don't even know what that is.
I don't want to say the catchphrase. All right.
I know that you're making that up.
All right, here we go. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to pull it up right now, dude.
And then number 7.
This isn't hard
go ahead,
to
do.
It. It's
I'd
not
like to see
hard
this.
to do. Great. Give me 1 second. Let me do it.
Love to see it. Let's see. Are we making things up and we can't find it?
This is it. This is it, bro. Is that I'm fucking real. I'm fucking based. You can't even stand next to your principles.
Based.
You're a racist. You're a racist piece of shit. You're a racist piece of shit, but you won't even own it.
I don't see any
I could
proof,
own
dude.
everything that I'm doing. I could own everything I'm talking about.
Screen.
Jesus Christ, dude.
You're showing a black screen, though. I don't know why you're so upset. I just came in here and I can actually talk and, thanks for having me on here. I appreciate you. I see your grind.
All right. So
you're still showing a black screen, though.
So there
where's
you
the
go.
proof?
I think you can see it now.
It's still a black screen.
So Spittlebuggy says, I added, so look at the second to the last comment. Listen, these are your moderators, bro. You are living in like a cesspool of Nazism, bro. Not only that,
it says 55 minutes.
No, those are 2 S's.
Are you silly?
Those are 2 S's, you moron.
It's 2 5s. I use a different kind of font. It's called Snap ITC.
That is not 2 5s. I'll show you
it's
here.
2 5s.
And when you announced how long my ban is. Right there.
55 minutes.
Right there. You see it right there. Dot. There's your 2 numbers right there. Dude, just listen. You can't even be real. Listen. You can't even be real. Look at the way you treat...
What would SS minutes mean, dude? Are you that fucking dense that you don't understand?
No,
she said, I added 55 minutes.
I understand the dog whistles, bro.
Wow, that's silly, dude. That is some goofy shit right there.
You guys aren't that smart, dude. We know your little stupid
obviously
tricks.
You're not.
Bro,
you can't tell the difference between 2 S's and 2 5s.
I'm principled. I can own my shit.
No, you're not.
You can't even own yours,
You run it.
Not only that,
for you to
dude,
stop.
look at the way that you treat your girlfriend, bro. Like,
Yeah, sure. Don't worry about her. She's chained up in the basement as is. You want me to punish her some more?
But
her favorite thing for me to hit her with, because she complains the most about it, is the cat of 9 tails. Now, you come into my thing, you claim that 2 fucking 5s are 2 S's. You're claiming all this crap about me. You're spewing bullshit. You're saying all this to get your chat riled up when I know that you talk crap about your chat and talk about how stupid they are for being able to believe the crap that you spew and post on the internet.
How do you know this? This is an interesting claim. Let's add some color to the claim. Okay, so real quick,
what you say in Discord, right?
Can you look at? I've made none of these claims in Discord. Can you look at the screen though, real quick?
Can you prove that those were S's and not 5s?
Yeah,
because those were 5s.
When he said he added
if
the
you
S's,
can prove it.
It's in the. All right, I'll make a video about it. But here,
what does 2 S's? I added 2 S's minutes mean. What does that mean?
I I think
You don't have a thing? You don't have something to make
I
up
think
to say
everybody in
that's
this
what it means?
fucking chat knows, bro. This is it.
You sound like an idiot right now.
This is what
It
winning
sounds
on
like
the right.
you latched onto something.
This is
Let me
what
tell you what
winning
you're
on
doing,
the right looks
because
like.
I got a
dude.
feeling that you're younger than I am anyway. You're sitting there trying to put meaning on something that doesn't have the meaning you want it to. And if you keep...
Listen, buddy. Listen, you push all of these ideas of hate, racism, and sexism, and then when it comes time to own it, you're not able to own any of it, dude. You're not even principled. You're not even principled in your own ideas. You talk about it in the end of the live stream. You've been muted this whole time. Nobody can hear you. Nobody can hear you. Dude, you're not even letting me talk because you're scared of the information I'm going to share. I could easily make this case. No, I'm done with you. You're not even worth my time, bro. If you're not even going to let me talk, dude. Bro, listen. It's not 55. It was SS. We both know what SS symbolizes. Everyone could go back and watch the video, dude. You talk about black fatigue in there. It's sad that you can't even own your own principles. All right, so moving on. TrippyCast, there he was, right?
And I'll catch you guys on Saturday. When we do an open panel. When we do an open panel, we will have an open panel. That guy that said that his name is Dark Brandon is welcome to join, but he won't. He probably left a while ago. Well, somebody banned him for 86,000 minutes. I don't know how long that is. What is that, like a day and a half or something? Let's see. What does YouTube tell me? 86,000 minutes. We'll go seconds to minutes. I mean hours. It's 23 hours and 88 minutes. See? I know that's probably hard to look at. I should get that off screen before one of you guys loses use of your retinas. Okay, so that was the first call. And this next one coming up is the second time I called, the same night. And well, I'm going to save my commentary for after the second call. And you guys will see exactly how I really feel about this entire situation. Let's go. I'm just going to call him back onto the regular number.
Your own ideals. Your arguments are that weak.
Let's see if he answers.
He couldn't even let me talk because he knew I'd make a strong case.
And he knows that he wouldn't let me talk.
It was disappointing.
Oh,
hey, Dark.
You're back, huh?
I'm back. I'm willing to let you talk and you know, spew all your points, and then I'll hit each one of them and break them down to shreds.
There we go. Let's do it. So, well, first here, you say
I'll cut back on the swearing too.
You say that you're not a white supremacist, and that you're not white. What race are you?
I don't think that's fair of you to ask me. I'm not going to ask you that. It doesn't matter to me.
Well, no, you put that in the comments, right? That was something you had made the claim in the comments. I just wanted to dive a little deeper there. So
I'm not going to ask you that though.
Do you associate black fatigue with racism?
I don't really know what black fatigue means. I've heard people saying it, but well, honestly, I've heard black people saying it. So like, I don't know what it is.
All right. I mean, again, I'm only going to have this conversation with you if you're honest. It doesn't feel like you want to come
seriously,
into this conversation
I can
being honest.
Send you the videos.
So
it's
here,
probably
let me ask you a
racist.
question.
It probably is.
Do you understand where SS would come into context with Nazism and racism?
Yeah.
And do you understand how that would be in line with 88? And did you see that they added 88 seconds to my timeout? Do you see how someone could infer all of that being associated with the Nazi cesspool of your circle jerk?
That sounds kind of conspiratorial. I don't know what 88 actually is. See, you can type it to me somewhere instead of saying it on your show.
This is it. You can't even own your shit. This is why
I don't know what it is, dude.
Not going to be with you, dude. You think you're all cool.
Oh, yeah?
You act like a bully. Listen, dude. What makes you a fucking cool person by bullying small oppressed groups? You know what is cool? A bully who stands up to other bullies. You want to know why? That's why fucking people rallied around rallied around the Allies and World War II, because they were standing up to Nazis, a bunch of fucking bullies. That is why you don't get any fucking views, and my channel does. Because number one, people don't give a shit about the art, right? They care about the fucking writing. They care about the words. They care about the message. They care about the information. Your message and information fucking sucks, right? Not only that, but like, yeah, and fucking, you look at the way you tear down your girlfriend, dude. You make her.
Do I have 193,000 sub channels that came to a 1,000 sub channel to start shit? Or is that you? Who's a bully here?
You're dude, you're calling out, you're picking on LGBTQ people. You know the percentage of the the percentage of the population that makes up?
Not off the top of my head. How much?
But do you see? Okay, so do you see that is picking on small oppressed groups?
I know the trans one is 0.03%.
Okay, so there you go. So, what makes you so alpha when you're attacking these small oppressed groups?
Because I know actual trans people and people who are gay that don't like hearing the things that these people have to say, so they send me videos and tell me to tear them apart.
What the fuck are you talking? How does that even make you alpha, bro? How does that make you alpha?
I don't need to be alpha. I really don't need to be alpha.
You literally are trying to bully. Look at this.
What is an alpha? Isn't that like manosphere stuff?
Anytime I question anyone around MAGA, they can't stand next to any of their principles. They back down.
It's because why your girlfriend, you want to know why?
Dude, your girlfriend at the end of this call is going to know you're a pussy cuck, bro. Because
she knows me way better than you ever could.
You can't even fucking stand up for the own principles and ideas you're pushing. You're backing off because you.
Are you talking about? Can I get like a second to respond?
Being a racist, bro. You're a pussy who can't own up to being a racist. Do it.
Can I get a second to respond to these things?
Fucking do it. I'm shutting the fuck up.
See, you're putting what you're doing is you're putting a shitload of beliefs onto me. None of these things are even ideas that I hold. I'm not a racist. I'm not into white supremacy in the slightest. Bro. You can't even sit there and say that you didn't put these things on top of me.
Fatigue. You're talking about black fatigue.
I did not.
Your moderators are literally adding 88 seconds.
No,
they're talking about
that's conspiratorial, dude. Because I don't know what 88 is.
Fuck up! I pulled it.
I don't know. You pulled up 2 S's, is what you say, but you pulled up 2 5s. It's a font called Snap ITC. Compare the 5 to the S, and you'll see they're different in the font. I mean, I get that you made a mild mistake, dude. I'm not even really all that upset about that. That's kind of funny.
Bro, this is it, dude. You're a pussy who can't own your
No, I'm not. Shit, actually, I mean, you're the one that muted me.
Fucking videos bullying people, and we're all going to know that
coming back to my channel.
Own your shit. You can't even own your shit, dude. You're a pussy.
I don't need to own ideas that I don't hold.
I proved it to everyone, and especially I proved
You got me on mute again?
You're with a guy who has no principles, who's tearing you down. You could fucking do so much better than that. Like,
oh yeah,
look at how.
Are you after her? Or are you trying to date her?
Look at
like,
how,
what's going on here?
How embarrassing you are to her, dude.
Are you attracted to her? Is that what's going on? Like, you think that you could come and like steal my girl? Like, what's going on, buddy?
Lacks the self-confidence to get away from a scumbag like you, who's only.
So you call me a girl and all this or whatever, and you say that I'm a bitch.
Dude,
where's the love for women, dude? It sounds like you're hating on women.
Dude.
It sounds like you hate on women to me. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like you put everything on everyone else. You're the one calling racist. You're the one calling people white supremacists. You got nothing to back it up except for some fucking 5s in a chat that you are going to sit on top of that hill. You're going to die on the hill that they're actually S's.
You made your girlfriend into a sex bot and a maid, bro.
Yeah, I did. Like, it's called funny.
No, stop. Let me talk about it. Yeah. No, it's the great analogy.
Do it. Come on. What else about my show do you know?
The problem we have today with society that men don't show women the proper respect, that they just use them as a sex bot, right? And I mean, dude, It is beautiful. It's beautiful. And the fact that, you're out here spreading racism and hate and you're afraid to own it. You're too much of a pussy to own it.
I haven't spread anything, dude, and you have no proof of any of it.
I will make
You've got
videos
nothing.
Demonstrating.
You've got literally nothing.
I will make videos demonstrating it, bro.
Good. I'm glad that you're going to waste your time.
It was great talking to you.
You're not done yet, right? Don't just leave me, buddy.
No,
why don't you come on my show sometime and you can express these beliefs of yours that are unfounded and have no actual proof to, and you can die on the hill of fives. I mean, come on, dude. You're being goofy.
This is all you can do.
You're being goofy. You have no proof I've ever been racist. You have no proof I've been sexist. You've got nothing. You've got a couple of drawings that you're putting meaning onto.
Your girlfriend is literally
I watched your channel.
Bro.
I know exactly what you're about. I even already told you. You want me to tell you again?
You have a great night, bro.
Oh yeah, you're gonna make sure nobody can hear me out again. Oh, hey guys. So, anyways, this next portion is the aftermath of me going on to his stream. He left a long comment, and this is that. So have fun watching. Here she blows. Let me ask you guys something. What kind of vaginal secretion does it take to have to use AI to try and prove that they won an argument on YouTube? You go ahead and you ask yourself that question as I read a comment from our friend Dark Brandon. He left this comment over here, and it was held for review by YouTube, most likely because of the length of the comment. It's not like he was being super offensive, but as I asked you earlier, what kind of vaginal secretion needs to use AI to try to prove that they won an argument on YouTube? The comment goes as follows. When asking Chatbot who won our argument over on my live stream, here's what Chatbot had to say, guys. Number 1, controlled the frame. Dark Brandon kept the conversation on the central critique, racism, sexism, and performative cruelty, specifically around the sexbot girlfriend and white supremacy dog whistles like black fatigue. 88 and SS. You talk about black fatigue in your videos. Your moderators themselves referenced 8 HHSS 88 seconds, while the visual receipts weren't perfectly delivered. Black screen, font confusion. Instead, he laid out a pattern. Rhetoric in the videos, behavior from moderators, refusal to disavow, objectification of girlfriend. Even if one symbol, e.g. the SS, could be explained away as a font, the accumulation of signs is what made the case strong. Even though Chatbot is Chatbot and cannot decide who won an argument, and you can even look that up on Google if you want Google's AI to tell you about that AI. Number 3, exposed hypocrisy and cowardice. DB framed the alt-right streamer as someone who pushes hateful content, cowers when asked to own it, tears down his own partner, pretends not to know common Nazi symbols like 88, and then called him out repeatedly. Quote, you can't even own your principles. You're a racist who's too much of a bitch to admit it. Number 4, moral authority, rhetorical power. DB flipped the alt-right streamer's macho posturing into cowardice. You're not alpha. What's alpha about bullying the marginalized? Star deserves better. You're hiding behind edgy content, but can't stand in the sunlight of accountability. Meanwhile, Star's boyfriend deflected instead of directly answering. Quote, it's just Snap ITC font. Mocked accusations. She's chained up. Want me to hit her more? Lacked evidence for coherent rebuttals. Got defensive and emotional, accusing Brandon of hating women and being attracted to Star. And then it's got this cheesy-ass little mic drop moments thing. You can't even own your shit. You're a bitch and I proved it. That's what winning on the right looks like. And then verdict at the bottom here from Chatbot, according to Brandon. Dark Brandon wasn't perfect. A few fumbled receipts, but he brought clear evidence, moral clarity, and rhetorical dominance. Star's boyfriend came off like a bully who folds under pressure, can't defend his own platform, and ends up whining about fonts and hate. Winner, Dark Brandon, by total knockout in round 2. So Brandon dropped this comment in an attempt to get me to sound confused and try to fight against what Chatbot supposedly wrote. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave this thing here just to show you guys exactly how cheesy this dude is and how often he just tries to reach for things that aren't there. So as Dark Brandon mutes me, throws out leftist dog whistles, shoots up the signal flare to the rest of the leftists, talks about how my chat has things in it like HH, 88, SS, and whatever else, calls me homophobic, sexist, fascist, everything under the sun that a leftist can possibly throw at somebody. He himself has a chat full of people, some of which would like to share a sentiment with you. That sentiment being 8647. The thing that's in the news right now. 8647. Anybody? That couldn't possibly be a call out to harm the president. Get it, Brandon? You've got some explaining to do because you couldn't show a single instance of any of the shit you said was in my chat. I'm showing your actual chat. And you are going to have to explain that or ignore it and show yourself to be a liar. But that's okay. Every single time you upload a video, you're showing yourself to be a liar. It's even on your own screen right there. Oh. But that's okay. I guess you'll come up with some reason why that's there and why that's not a bad thing, right? So if we're going to talk about chats and the things that we're claiming are in them, how about we actually show it? Wait, what's that, Brandon? You tried to show it, but you weren't able to? What about the fact that you have 8647 sitting right there in your chat? What's that, Brandon? Is that not a call out to harm the president of the United States of America? Proudly displayed in your chat and on your stream right there. Look at it. Isn't that funny? Or as the church lady would say, isn't that special? And it happens to be put in there by one of your channel members. Not just a random chatter. Somebody by the name of Soylent Green who decided to throw an 8647 in the chat to show his support for you. And now that me, the guy who never made any original claims, was able to show in your chat an example of your supporters saying something as vile as 8647. It's up to you to go show an example of my supporters, as you would put it, showing support for any of the shit that you said they do. I'm waiting, Brandon. Examples of 88s and HHs and SSs that don't stand for Super Saiyan. You'll never be able to do that. The only thing that you're capable of is lying to your audience, pushing liberal agendas, attempting to get support from people who don't want to go and study things for themselves, and blatantly being malicious towards others because you don't think that they'll fight back. But look at me, boy. I'm not a pushover. I'm not going to get rolled by somebody as weak as yourself mentally. I don't give a fuck what you look like physically, but you're not going to be able to push me into doing some shit I don't care about. You made the claim about me being racist. You made the claim about me being some kind of supporter of nazi wazzy squazzy flazzies. You are the one who the burden of proof is on, not me. I know what I am. Do you? Because I don't think you do. You found support on the internet for your BS. You're venting about things that you don't even understand and don't even have any real reason to comment on, seeing as how you're from Canada, but yet you have an audience that looks to you to explain these things. Instead of striking out on their own and doing their own research and coming to their own conclusions, they'd rather just listen to somebody else do it for them. Somebody who barely even has any opinions of their own. Someone like you who shits out these videos as if he just finished pigging out at Taco Bell and has the taco squirts. That's really all your videos are. Taco squirts in video form. Spreading those opinions to more sheep so that they can go to their friends and be like, did you hear that Donald Trump is a fascist? More of that bullshit. We already had 4 years of it. I guess we're going to have another 4.